Shame is one of the lowest frequencies that people can feel. If you're feeling shame on a day to day basis, know that you're not alone. A lot of people suffer from shame, even myself. I'm here to tell you how I overcame my feelings of shame and to see if any of these tips and tricks will help you. Let's get into it. This is Life Starts Now with Naveen. I am the oldest out of four children. I grew up in a very traditional home. Sheesh, it's really hard for me to talk about myself, honestly, sometimes. But I can get through this because I feel like my story really would help other people. So, my parents are Egyptian. Both of them are Muslim. And both of them are immigrants from Egypt to America. I'm first generation American. And I'm also the oldest out of four children. I'm a woman. I think that comes with a lot of fears surrounding keeping the culture in the family and our traditions passed down to each person. And that's a lot of pressure for these two individuals. And navigating those pressures as parents, I'm sure presented a lot of challenges. It was very difficult for me growing up surrounding that. And I really want to tell my story with shame because I feel like shame is a huge topic in Middle Eastern culture, especially for women. In Arabic, the word for shame is aib. And aib is said a lot to women and girls as they're grown up when they do or say things that aren't particularly Islamic or seen in the vision of the elders as what a woman should do and act like. So if, let's say, you are wearing something that they don't agree with, they'll simply tell you, Aib, don't do that. Or if you say something or want to do Aib, don't do that, you know? That happened to me a lot growing up, and I know happened to many females and girls over there in Egypt and in the Middle East. Growing up in the United States, where the culture is very open to women and men, and it's very, very different than Middle Eastern culture. I also went to school in Egypt for quite some time. Over there, men and women are basically, or girls and boys are separated from a very young age. When you go to school, girls sit together and boys sit together. I wasn't allowed to sit with next to any boys on a desk, or even when we're outside playing, no sitting next to boys. Talking to boys, not encouraged at all. And you're supposed to be separated from them. So I got in trouble a lot when it came to my interaction with boys, even as simple as playing catch, with a ball or volleyball with boys, I would get in trouble because, a lady is not supposed to do that. A lady is supposed to, sit on the side and watch and, keep herself together and be ladylike. I got in trouble because I'm very adventurous and sporty and I like sports. So I like to play, and I'm a kid. I like, who doesn't like to play ball and, during school? Can be quite boring sometimes. So yes, I wanted to play volleyball with people and with my class. Growing up in a Muslim culture, modesty is a very big thing. Modesty in your dress, in your style, in your appearance is very, very important. And I really appreciate modesty, and I do keep those principles in my life till this day. I don't like to show too much skin. I feel uncomfortable, and I think it's classy and quite beautiful when a woman doesn't show too much skin. But nonetheless, I think that women should be able to wear whatever it is that they want. I think that women should be able to choose their outfits and not get hissed at or looked at or catcalled because of what they're wearing, of course. For me growing up, it was a lot of wear baggy clothes. Don't wear tight clothes. Make sure your hair is up. Don't put your hair down. I wasn't allowed to wear makeup. I wasn't allowed to draw attention to myself as a person. That was a struggle for me growing up as a kid, trying to figure out who I was in the first place, and then having to essentially hide myself away from people. It was very hard. I know women in the Middle East go through this so much that they're trying to figure out these hormones and these emotions and who they want to be as a person, and at the same time they're taught to hide away from people, and I don't agree with that. I'm pretty sure it's not only in Middle Eastern cultures, but in many, many different cultures as well. My experience growing up, that's what it was. I wasn't allowed to show any part of myself. Even when it came to laughing or being loud, you shouldn't laugh out loud. You shouldn't speak up, lower your voice, or talk back, especially, having an opinion. It's what I said goes. And as a woman trying to grow up and speak her mind, it's important for her to express herself. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. It was like, if I did that, I was going against everything and everyone and culture and tradition as a whole. So I'm very familiar with that emotion, shame. I carried it for many, many years. And even when I wasn't living with my parents, when I moved out, that emotion carried for a very, very long time. And I think it still does, especially as I try to achieve my life goals and be who I really am. Shame is still an emotion that I think I battle with, but I've gotten so much better. I've gotten so much better with it by instilling thoughts and beliefs into myself that I don't need to feel shame, that I can be confident, I can be who I am, I can show myself to the degree that I'm comfortable with. And slowly and surely I've, thank God, been able to be a confident person despite all the shame that I've experienced. And I want to tell girls and young girls out there who are going through this, that you're not alone, that many girls go through this. And I'm not saying that it's okay, but I'm saying that it gets better. It gets better, and I want you to be confident in who you are. I want you to know that you are beautiful, that you are smart, you're intelligent, that you can do anything that you put your mind to, and that you do not have to succumb to these feelings. And every time you feel shame, try to put in your mind that you are good enough. You are perfect just the way that you are. And just because that you are a girl, and no matter and where you are, you have a right to exist. You have a right to be happy. You have a right to a beautiful life. You have a right to say your thoughts. You have a right to your own opinion. And just know that there is going to be a time where you'll be able to express yourself fully, and just keep focused on that time. Stay calm, stay resilient. I have you in my thoughts and prayers for anyone who's going through this. And if you have gone through this and come out of it feeling totally different, I want to congratulate you on all the work that you've done. And I just hope that you can pass it forward to other girls who don't have the luxury to have the freedom to be confident and to feel good in their own skin. Pass it down, because a lot of people could really use that. I feel very fortunate to be in a position right now where I can spread the word of positivity and love. Girls out there, if you're listening, just continue being who you are. Spread love all around you, despite anyone who doesn't give you love. I know it's very, very hard if you have people around you who aren't giving you love, but keep that emotion with you, dear to your heart, and don't ever let it go. Don't ever stoop down to someone else who's treating you unfairly. Don't stoop down to their treatment of you and react similarly. I want you to rise above. I want you to react with love and patience and kindness, because the truth of the matter is those people might not know truth of love and unconditional acceptance, because perhaps when they were growing up, they were treated that way. And so I want you to break those generational chains and that generational trauma right now. I want you to look into the eyes of the person who isn't treating you fairly and tell them, it's okay, it's going to be okay, I still love you, I forgive you. And tell yourself that. Tell yourself only good things. Love yourself and continue to be your best supporter. Because trust me, a beautiful future awaits for you, where you have no fear. You are courageous and full of love and purpose in your life. I truly believe that. And I love you so much. And everything is going to be okay. I have faith in you and your outcomes. Just know that you have people who are thinking about you and who are wishing you a beautiful life. continue to rise above these people, and you're going to be okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. That is my story on shame. If you have gone through something similar and you want to share it, please go ahead and email me or message me. I'll leave my contact information in the info box. If you want to share your story publicly for people to learn more and to see that they're not alone, feel free to put it in the comment box. I would love to read your story and to learn more about you. I personally get so much strength from the women around me who share their stories. It gives me hope and fills my soul with so much love, and it helps me continue to do the work that I do. So please share your story with me. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Go out there and win your life and win your dreams. Thank you so much. Bye bye.